They might resonate as the truth, but you have to keep in mind that you might have a backlog of any number of experiences that would support beliefs that would argue otherwise. Because I could say to you that if I set up or you set up an exercise where you said, okay, I've got a particular set of variables that when they appear in the market, that is my edge, and that my edge will produce, let's say, even 60% winning trades, and you don't even have to have 60%. You can have 50% and still make consistent money. As long as what you have to risk to find out if it works is, a third or a half of what you normally get when the trade does work in terms of profits. But if we set this exercise up so that there's no wiggle room, there is no wiggle room. What I mean by wiggle room is that the variables, the criteria that you use are absolutely rigid, black and white. They're either present or they are not. That's the only decision you have to make. In other words, if you do it in terms of lights, whatever lights you're going to use, whatever time frame, the lights you're going to use in whatever time frame, they are either on or they're not. And if they're on, you are obligated to take the trade. And what you're going to say to yourself is that in this, whatever criteria or plan that you set up is, I am not going to take just the next trade. I am going to take the next 20 trades. You are committing yourself to taking the next 20 trades of the occurrence of your edge. You will know in advance, based on testing and paper trading, exactly the optimum amount that you have to risk. In other words, what your risk is on each trade. And it's not going to be a varied amount. It's going to be a specific amount, whether it's in terms of dollars or distance. It will be a specific amount so that you know exactly how much each trade is going to potentially could cost you. And it should really be set up as a rigid profit potential too. In other words, I don't want you making subjective decisions as to about how far you're going to let the market go in your favor.